God help me get it.
That's right. Yep.
I've been in church 30 years. And who cares? And you ain't been in church 30 years. You've been in church 1 year and just repeated it 29 times. What matters is not your denomination, not your pastor, what school he went to. If you're getting this, it's because God is helping us get it.
That's right.
By faith, we understand. By faith, we understand. If whatever else you're going to get is by faith. We understand. We can't operate without it. We will come to learn that our praise is going to change because we've actually tried to live without faith.
Yes, sir.
And the more you read this, the more you come to realize is, see, faith was in my life even when I didn't know and recognize it. Because what is faith in the New Testament? Divine persuasion. That's the only way we've been here, D. God's been helping all the time. Because if he wasn't, we'd have been dead. Watch this. Watch this. His word did the work, but faith had to produce an understanding. Man, there's so much stuff God has done and is actively doing in our lives, and we miss it because we want to try to process it intellectually. I'm smarter than this. Let me just put, all I can do is put the piece together. Dude, when you get to putting the piece together, you still know what you're looking at. It takes God helping. Watch this. He not only put it together, I framed it, I fashioned it, I ordered it, I equipped it. Watch this. Whatever you think about it. Each world has its own intended
Purpose.
Who knows what the purpose is? The one who put it up there. Right there. Now, what are we supposed to get from this? Is that there's more than the eye can see.
All right.
So that what we see was
Not made out of things which are visible.
so the visible is a result of the invisible. That's hard to process.
Right.
Because we live our entire lives based off of what we can see.
Right.
Which means you're living your life not based on God.
That's right. That's right.
Because God operates in the unseen. Okay. Let's go to verse 2. So now whatever we're getting ready to read is a result of God moving through and into the lives of people behind the scenes where people couldn't see, including the person being used.
All right. All right.
Why do people sell and buy a rabbit's foot? Huh? Now, isn't that interesting? Now, you got it for luck, but it didn't benefit the rabbit. Because if it did, guess what? He would have it and you wouldn't. Now, he had 4 of them. How many he got? It didn't benefit him. But you got the one and believe. Okay. Watch this. That's how God. I want you to see something in verse 3. So God used faith. What is faith in the New Testament? What was it in the Old Testament? It meant agreement. Something fixed. What we understand is covenant. It's not God in agreement with himself. When it came time to do what he needed to do, was he not persuaded by himself? Yes. How did man get here? See, only God can operate from an Old Testament and New Testament perspective at the same time. He didn't just make man. He said, that means he persuaded himself. Verse 2 says, by what?
By faith,
Watch this.
trust, and holy fervor born of faith.
So these people got here by God helping.
Yes.
Their birth wasn't an accident.
Amen.
It don't matter how they came. By faith, trust, and holy fervor born. I was born by it, and my life consisted of it. And it's not being sexist. It's men and women. But the ancients, the elders, those in the Old Testament, as we read the New Testament now, the men of old had what?
Divine testimony.
What does divine mean? That's what we understand about God. It's just a word that means God. What is testimony though?
You're tested.
That's a nice Bible word of your life circumstance. How you got in, how you survived it, and how you came out the back end. So now, your getting in, surviving, and coming out was a result of God. That's what makes a divine testimony. So by faith, born of faith, the men of old had a God testimony. It wasn't just random stuff they were living. God had me on a program. God got me on a journey. Now, I thought I was doing my own thing. I'm over here, wheeling and dealing. Yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm in charge of my own life. That's what you think. But all the time, it was producing a divine testimony. Born to them, and because of that, God was grading all the time. Why aren't our grades good? Because we go through stuff, but God don't get no glory. Because we don't tell the story right.
Right.
The dad been wanting a nice house and had a house built from the ground. We go out there and we celebrate the house. All the Dan talking about is, you see, I went to school to acquire a certain type of trade. And after hard work, I developed that trade. When I got hired at the bottom of my job. But see, because I'm consistent at my job, I showed up every day. I got promoted. I climbed the ladder, and as a result, my salary is indicative of my skill set. When you do the work, they pay the pay. And when you get paid to pay, guess what? You can live like this. Y'all laughing. Like it ain't folk that not only talk like that, they believe that with all their heart. I work for this. I'm the one, look at the paper on the wall. I went to the school. I graduated. That's my name up there. Yeah, I got tired of working for the man, and I got my own business. I built this from the ground up. Go ahead on with your bad self. You're going to meet Job in just a little while. The Lord give it. Lord take it away. So that you can learn how to bless the name of the Lord and not bless your own name.
That's the answer.
See, watch this. It says it's only because of faith, divine persuasion, that the men of old learned to trust and realize I didn't get it on my own. I was born of faith, divine persuasion. And while I thought my life was just a random points of twists and turns, it was God time.
Amen.
And as I realized it was God and stopped fighting God,
Yes.
Old Testament, and learned how to come in with God, my grades changed. See, we all want a good report. It didn't just say they got it on their own.
Right. Yeah.
It was because of the divine testimony born to them that they
Obtained.
came from God.
Yeah.
See, God grades favorably when the person responds to God favorably.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hebrews 10 ended by saying the just shall. And because we struggle with the just part, we automatically struggle with the faith part. In the natural, you don't struggle with the breathing. You just do it. He says, if you understood it, what I've accomplished on the just part, you would stop fighting me on the faith part.
Yeah.
But because we fight on the just part, I'm trying to get it right. Oh, because there's something wrong? Well, if there's something wrong, that means you aren't just. Well, if you aren't justified, you aren't called.
Yes, sir.
And if you aren't called, you're not foreknown. If you're not foreknown, you're not predestined. And if that's the case, you're on your own.
Right.
I don't know how you think you got here. But for every person that is in this earth, good, bad, or indifferent, God has a plan for every life on the planet.
That's right. That's right.
The Bible says this way, some for honor, some for dishonor. See, it's, whether Pharaoh is saved or not, it's irrelevant. The Bible says, for this reason, I've raised him up. Yeah. I got purpose for him. Whether he gets saved or not, I raised him up that I might show my power in the earth. So good, bad, or indifferent, Pharaoh had a part to play. Whether Judas is saved or not, he had a part to play. Some for honor, some for dishonor. So see, when you have an opportunity to be in the honor part of God, I don't know why they don't adjust your praise.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now, verse 1 tells us what it is. Verse 2 tells us how it was used. God teaches us by faith what he did with his word. The ancients of old got a good grade from God because they realized the living of their life was not their own. It was God helping all the time. Well, now, let's walk through the examples. Let's see faith in action. Verse 4.
Prompted, actuated by faith.
Wait, what does prompted mean? Well, I know that was a hard word. But it's right there. What that first word mean? Ooh, if we had issue with that first one, I don't even need to ask what the second word means, huh? Everybody went to school now, huh? I'm glad there wasn't no hard word up there. There's a reason why. Well, now let's go here. What do you believe the word amplified means?
To expand. Expand.
Now, does anybody have a concordance at their house?
Yes.
Now, when it first came out as a regular concordance, do you know there's a such thing as an exhaustive concordance? Do you know what that long word means? Exhaustive means it carries every word in the entire Bible. That's why the exhaustive concordance is much bigger than a regular concordance. But Amplified Classic is not exhaustive amplified.
Right.
It's going to only raise up some of the text. It is impossible to raise up the whole text exhaustively in English. It ain't going to never do all the work for you. It'll help you with some of it.
Yeah.
You still going to have to do the rest. Now, from 4 on, we are looking at God helping in action.
Yeah.
When you get through telling what a definition is, now if you ever been to a spelling bee, they give you them long old hard words, and then the kid asks for what's the origin of the word, where did it come from? And then that don't help. Then they ask, can you use it in a sentence? Maybe that'll help. And hopefully use it in a sentence tries to put the word to life, bring it to action. So now, we talked about what faith is and how God and the elders used it, and what it made us says, well, let's see it at work. Now, prompted, actuated, encouraged, stirred by faith, whatever else you think about it, come on.
Abel brought God a better and more acceptable sacrifice than Cain.
Stop. Now, we're both familiar,
Right.
first 2 sons in the earth. First time the sons brought something to God. Whatever else you think about what they brought, somebody will talk about, well, see, God accepted Abel because his was, an animal sacrifice and Cain's was from the fruit. That's a lie, because we learn later on that God deals with meat offerings, he deals with grain offerings, he deals with liquid offerings. So to say that was the reason why, no, that ain't the reason why. You can learn what the reason why. Somebody had some motivation behind what they did, and somebody didn't.
Amen.
Right.
So now, when you read it again, if you didn't know what prompted or actuated meant, it said Abel, what he gave, something stirred him. What's them 2 words before Abel?
By faith.
What is faith in the New Testament?
Divine persuasion.
English?
God
God
help.
helped him.
Watch this. So, it wasn't because he was smarter.
Right.
It wasn't because he was more holy. Or, come on.
And it shows that it's not something that he did on his own. God helped him give a more acceptable sacrifice. He would have never done it without God helping.
Now, say it in Chinese and Spanish and German and Portugal. Because, see, we stunt and front on people right now today based on what they give, how much they give, if their giving was about them.
Right.
If it was up to us, we wouldn't give nothing.
Right. Believe.
Come on now.
And so when we give, see, and here's the difference. Ooh, this is tough. Pause that. Now, when it's God, whatever else we think. See, Cain is mad at Abel when he should have been mad at him that he didn't have the relationship he should have had with. Because God later on tells him, man, if you do right, I'll help you too. Yeah. I didn't blast you because you didn't come right. I pulled you to the side.
Yeah.
Hey man, sin's at your heart. Yeah, you going back and forth. He said, if you do right, he said, I'll help you. Yeah, y'all, we missing all of that. And you mad at your brother,
Yeah.
but I helped your brother.
Yeah.
Because he put himself in a position to let me help him. I would have helped you, but you didn't put yourself in a position for me to help you.
Right.
Because learn up front, I am no respecter. What I've done with the others, I'll do it for you. So now, while we say, oh, Abel was more holy, Abel was more righteous, Abel was more helped by God. Yeah. People don't give because they got a better job. People give because they've been moved by God.
Yeah.
That's why That's the difference between God getting excited during an offering with you or without you. So that's why we don't go through no changes when it comes time to give. I need 30 people to give $100. I ain't got time to be playing with you. Because this is what I know. See, if you got $100, you and God did already work that out before offering time.
All right. All right.
Now, if God stir you to give 100 and you don't, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
That ain't good.
And if I ask for the 100 and you give it, you still ain't gonna be blessed. He says, so let every man give as he has purposed.
Yeah, it's hard.
Watch this. So by faith, Abel, prompted by faith, actuated by faith, which means God helped him. Thank you, Dick. What about him? It was about God helping.
Right.
He brought a better and more
Acceptable sacrifice than Cain,
Come on.
because of which it was testified of him that he was righteous, that he was upright and in right standing with God.
Stop. On his own?
No.
Because before we read any of that, what came before Abel?
Faith.
Which means?
Divine persuasion.
Right there. See, I don't know how we read the Bible. See, we want to jump to the fact that he was righteous, he was upright, and right standing with God. And we make folk think that they can do all of that on their own. And newsflash, I don't know how long you've been trying, you don't get there on your own. And that's why we ain't there. Because we still believe and we'll let folk teach us and tell us that as soon as you stop cussing, as soon as you stop smoking, as soon as you stop whatever, then you'll be right with God. And when you get through being all of that, you still ain't right with God. It said, whatever we read about Abel, it was done by
Faith.
God helped. And because God helped and he let God help, here it comes, and God bore.
Witness by accepting and acknowledging his gifts.
He got the grade.
Right.
See, when God offers to help, when we let God help, and he helps, he turns right around and grade us on how we let him help.
All right.
You're missing all of this. See, a good teacher, whatever you believe, wants you to succeed. A good one. Angel not only wants you to succeed, while we cutting the fool in the classroom, they doing everything they can to help you succeed.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Those I had to take tests, and they walk in the room, not to see who's cheating, they looking at papers.
Yeah.
Now they not going to tell you the answer, but they see what you wrote down, and every time now, I can't tell you what to write, but what I can tell you is what you done wrote ain't it. You might want to think about that.
Yeah.
Now, they not cheating, they just trying to.
I love that. I love it.
Because they want you to. You know who the greatest teacher in the universe is? Our Father. Who does not want us to fail. He wants us to succeed. But we won't let him help. He's walking through the corridors of our life talking about, God, I got this. I done studied. And God talking about, because when you do a teaching in natural like that, they walking around, you talking about, well, come up with the wrong answer then. Because at the end of the day, I still gonna grade it.
That's right.
But watch this. When I offer to help, Dana, and you let me help, and I got to turn around and grade your paper, I grade on a better curve. Watch this. By faith, God helping. Abel let him help. God helped, and then God turned right around and graded the fact that Abel let him help. And God bore witness by accepting and
Acknowledging his gifts.
good job, Abel.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
Woo. Good stuff.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. And though
He died, yet through the incident, he is still speaking.
because we're still talking about it. We don't know nothing else. He didn't never marry. He didn't get to have no kids. We don't know nothing else about his life. All we know about Abel is his offering to God. Now, if your life had to be graded and remembered based on your giving,
All right. All right.
do you make the book? See, we're gonna be remembered by a whole lot of stuff. But will any of it involve what we gave to God? Wow. See, if it was up to us, y'all, he don't even make the book. If we write. See, you judge him. He didn't do enough.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about his life to make the book.
Yeah.
God said, because he let me help.
Mm-hmm.
When it came to what he wanted to offer me,
Yes.
he makes the book.
Amen.
See, every service, we have an offering. And what you have to say is, you don't ever ask God, God, what you think I ought to give today? We done already decided. Because we pitiful. We always base our giving on what's left. Child, I don't get paid till Friday. It's Saturday. I got to go a whole week off of this $83. I got to manage this $83 the rest of the week. And so when it's offering time, you didn't base your giving on not a faithful tithe or offering. You based it on what's left.
Yeah.
You know. Now, if I can make it to payday, anything left over, okay, well, then come Saturday, you know, I get whatever's left over, I get that to God. And God's like, wow. I had all kind of stuff
Yeah.
lined up to bless you this week.
Yeah.
But I can't bring it to pass because you wouldn't let me help.
Yes. Yes.
Watch this. His giving, letting God help, cost him his life. Sometimes when we give, the way God wants us to give, it'll cost us our life. Mother, we don't die a physical death, but we die because it's so much stuff we want to do with our money. But see, if I give to God like he want me to, then I can't get the 80-inch screen TV that you ain't gonna never watch.
Yeah, then you gotta work and pay for it.
I can't get the 9-bedroom, 3-story house that I've been dying to live in that you ain't gonna never be at because you at the 7 jobs it take to pay for it.
Amen.
Watch this. Watch this. He made the book. We wouldn't have made it. Come on, one more. Yes.
Because of faith, Enoch
So now, whatever else you think about him,
was caught up and transferred to heaven.
because of
Faith.
Yes. Yes.
now these are Old Testament characters, so at some point they had to come in with God.
Right.
Because of faith. Enoch cheated. He was helped to cheat. Now, he didn't cheat, all right. Genesis chapter 4. You can start at verse 1. Come on.
And Adam knew Eve as his wife, and
Go to 3 and 1.
she...
Yeah. Watch this.
Now the serpent was more subtle and crafty than any living creature of field, which the Lord God had made. And he, Satan, said to the woman, can it really be that God has said, you shall not eat from every tree of the garden? And the woman said to the serpent, we may eat the fruit from the trees of the garden, except the fruit from the tree which is in the middle of the garden. God said, you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die.
Go to Genesis 2:17.
But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and blessing and calamity, you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die.
Who said that? Who is he talking to? So now is just Adam going to die? Adam represents all of them. So this ain't just about you, man.
Yeah, so you're taking a big.
This is about all of.
Yeah.
Did he eat? Did he die? Did his sons die? Did their sons die? So something was set in by who? Watch this. Why did Adam die?
Yep.
He came out of agreement with God.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Disobeyed.
He came out of agreement with God.
Which means he operated.
Yeah, on his own.
Outside of faith.
And faith was there too,
Cheat.
but he decided, I don't need.
I'm good.
Wow.
You're looking, but you're not listening. Wow. From then on, everywhere we read, go to chapter 5.
Then what?
Genesis 5, yeah. Go to verse 5.
So altogether,
Get right to the end.
Adam, and he died.
See that? Go to 8.
Seth, and
That's the
he
one,
died.
well, not him, he won't live 900 years. But that's the one that replaced Abel.
Abel.
Okay.
That was the good son. That's a long time, 912 years, but guess what? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 11.
Enoch, and he died.
Showed up. Come on. Come on. Come on, 14.
Kenan, and he died.
Showed up, didn't he? Come on, 17.
Mahalalel, and he died.
895 years. Look at all that.
Wow.
Jared,
Jared.
and
Watch
he
this.
died.
Didn't it? Who was Enoch's and who was born to Enoch was Methuselah, who we know to have lived the longest. We'll go to 20,
20. Jared.
21.
Not, okay.
The daddy died. Enoch's son, Methuselah, who lived the longest, 969 years, he died. 22.
Enoch walked in habitual fellowship with God after the birth of Methuselah.
So at
300 years.
65 years old, he came to know something on his own. How come they don't read with nobody else? Walked with God. What you know about habitual?
It's all the time. Every time.
They always got these formulas and stuff. They tell you if you do something for 30
Habitual.
days or so, it becomes a
Habit.
So now, it doesn't matter, Serena, what it started out.
Yeah.
I don't know how it started out,
Right.
but they just,
Kept on.
Kept on.
until after a while, it was like, You know, at first, George, I'm sure God got to look for
Yeah.
his time to walk, part of the time to walk. But see, after a while,
He looking for him. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And when it comes to God, stuff gonna always try to,
In your way. Yes.
but you gotta know,
Yes.
hey, not right now. I'll deal with you and y'all when I get back. Yeah. See, it used to be a beer commercial my mother ever called It's Miller.
Time.
Yeah. I done worked, I done cut the grass, I done all I could do. Miller was a beer commercial.
It's Miller time.
And guess what? When it's beer time, you don't fool with nobody when it's beer time. They will run you out the room one way or the other. Hey! It's Miller time. Yeah. And it's the same thing down the line. See, y'all try to be funny. See, y'all, when it's time to be intimate and people knock on the door, get away from my door! Yeah, there's something going on in here. Yeah. When it's eating time, don't fool with them. You want to see a dog bite you? Fool with them while they're eating. Because see, yeah, we got our set times, but when I'm doing what I'm doing, don't fool with me. I will deal with you after I finish. But just any and everything can interrupt our God time. You getting ready to pray and the phone ring. You didn't talk about, hold on, God. Yeah, believe that. If we done decided we going to start studying, I'm going to study for the next hour. Somebody knock on the door. Well, they can knock till their hand fall off. Yeah, ain't nothing finna interrupt my. See, yeah, you don't understand, that's interrupt your time.
Yeah. That's right.
I know people when their sporting event is on, you can call their phone, tell the phone, blow up.
Yeah.
They won't even answer doing commercials. Come into my game. And so folks know, child, don't bother them, their game is on. Your game is on.
Yeah.
And whether they win or lose, how much of this money you finna get?
Okay.
So watch this. He walks. And he walks. And he walks. And he walks. Well, we know he got a wife because he had a son.
That's right.
But he walks. He walks. He walks. He walks. Come on, keep going up. All them folk, everybody that's behind him. See that?
Yeah.
Methuselah died. Now, go back to Hebrews 11 when I'm finna pray. But see, watch this. This is why it's so important. See, I don't care what you say. You will say he was caught up because he was righteous. He was caught up because he lived right before God. He was, I don't care what you're talking about. You see what that said? Because of
Faith. Faith.
and what we learn, even when we read from a New Testament perspective, whatever you want to say about Enoch, guess what? God was,
God.
he was helping. And because he was letting God help, hey, let's walk. Well, let's keep walking. He was caught up and
Transferred to heaven.
what is that in English? So that he
Did not have a glimpse of death.
Wow.
that's cheating. Everybody else died. Well, why he didn't get to die?
God help.
Spend time with God.
Y'all watch this. See, while you trying to figure out how to pass the test, if you let the teacher help you, the teacher will really help you how to show you how to pass this
Right.
test without the struggle.
That's true.
We're trying to figure out how to get to heaven, what God is. And God showed you the simplest way. If you let me help you, I'll show you how to get there.
All right.
What I gotta do?
Spend time with me.
Let's take a walk.
I love it.
Now, you know why we ain't gonna make it then? Because see, walking takes time. Something we ain't got. Because we're some of the busiest folk you ever wanted to meet in your life. Yeah,
Doing nothing.
we always got something to
Got something to do.
do. Yeah. So yeah, who got time for walk? God, can we catch the train? You get in my car while we do 100 up the highway. Because I got somewhere to go. Talk to me on the way. Yeah. No! He says, let's take a walk. Then we got questions. Where we walking?
How hot is it?
How long
Yeah.
is it gonna take?
Are we going in the morning or are we going in the afternoon?
How long is it gonna take?
Are we walking up north or are we walking in Texas? Are we walking in Texas in July? Can you provide some air conditioning while we walk? See, we got all these stipulations, y'all. And God said, you don't want to walk. You don't want to walk with me. You don't want to walk with me. Watch this. He did not, y'all, he did not only, some versions say taste death. Look at that. He did not have a, he didn't even see it.
Sickness, nothing.
What? Y'all, watch this. And left and didn't leave no message.
Right?
No forwarding address.
That's right.
Toya, that's when you know you into God.
Text message.
This man got a wife, he got family, he got a son.
Yeah.
He ain't no bad dad, he ain't no bad husband.
Yeah.
I love and care about all y'all, just not more than I do God.
Right. Yeah.
They walked Keisha one day and walked so far, and God said, you know what? We're a lot closer to where I live than where you live. Come on, let's go. And Enoch was like, well, hold on, God, let me tell my wife I ain't coming back no more. Let me go wave goodbye to my son. Hey, man, let me tell you something. This walk is so good. If you want to keep it going, I want to keep it going. They'll be all right.
I love it.
Just like you didn't help me to walk with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, they'll be all right. If you like you helping me, if you help them, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
Watch this. And he was not
Found.
folk look for him.
They look.
See, you thought unsolved mysteries just started in our lifetime.
Good for him.
Man, there was a show before it was a show. Everybody in the world is hunting for him and can't find him. Y'all look at it. How in the world could he do that? How that he didn't even see death. Ain't nobody found him. He was caught up and transferred to heaven. How? Why? Because God did what?
Translated him.
Translated him.
Wait.
Thank you, Jesus.
See, before he went, something was said.
Yeah. For even before he was taken to heaven, he received testimony, still
What?
on record.
Wait. Who keeping record?
God.
That's what all teachers do.
That's right.
They keep rolling, they keep record. See, the roll is for attendance, the record is for grades. Wait! Wait a minute, so his grade was on record. What did he get then? What did he get? That he what?
Pleased and been satisfactory to God.
Wow. How did he accomplish that, y'all? He stopped smoking. I don't know why y'all ain't saying it. You have to go all the way back up to verse 5 at the beginning.
Faith.
See what them 3 words say before his name? Because of faith, all that we read after the man's name is a result of that. We read earlier, the ancients were born of faith. Well, no accident, he was born to walk with God.
Thank you, Jesus.
It's nothing better than being born by the will of God and actually get to live the will of God.
That's it.
See, he had a daddy, so he was in a family. I enjoy family. He had a wife. He had a son. He enjoyed the human way. But make no mistake about it, he was born to walk with God.
Jesus.
And when the day came, Kenny, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I love my wife. I love my daddy. I love my son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not more than God.
Yes.
Because I wasn't born just to be a son. I wasn't born just to be a husband. I wasn't born just to be a father. I wasn't born just to be another human in the earth. I was born to walk with God.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
And God gave me the chance to walk with him
Yes.
and help him.
Yeah.
And I did
Yeah.
for 300 years. Well, that's a long time to walk with God. And God said after 300 years, to the day, to the minute, to the hour, that's good enough.
Yes.
Yeah. Because here's the problem. See, Toy was getting gooder and gooder. I'm not a school teacher, I can say that. See, you know it was getting gooder and gooder because, see, we don't have no record of the time. We don't know how long they was walking. But see, when a walk is good,
Yeah.
Yeah, you forget.
you don't know how long.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
You've been walking,
Yeah.
watch this, or how far
Yeah.
you have walked.
Yeah.
See, when you walk with the right person, the conversation
Yes.
and the company is so good, it don't matter how hot or cold it is, you just enjoy it. And then you look up and realize, look at how long we've been walking.
Yeah.
Do you see how far we've been walking?
Yeah.
And the time and the distance is not an issue because you've enjoyed the company. So now they walking and they walking and they walking and they walking further and further and longer while you walking. It ain't no silent walk. They talking about something. And Enoch is enjoying God. And for the first time, God is enjoying Enoch.
Yeah.
It don't say, and God enlarged his territory. And God blessed his wife with long hair. And God gave him 1,000 cattle. And God blessed him with a Rolls Royce. And God blessed him with silver and gold. And God, it don't say God gave him nothing. It didn't say God did nothing for him. This wasn't about the blessing of God. This was a man who was walking with God just because he wanted to be with God.
Hey.
Imagine that. God says, I can't believe this. Here is somebody who just wants to be with me.
Ain't asking for nothing. Yeah.
He ain't begging for nothing. He ain't asking for nothing. He don't want nothing. He just wants me.
Right.
I want him to. I
Right.
God said, now come on. God said, come on. He said, because see, what you know is at the end of each walk, TV, and sooner or later, God got to say,
Yeah.
you're going on back home. I got to go on back to wherever I got to go on back to. I see you though.
Tomorrow. Right.
Yeah, but after 300 years,
Yeah.
that walk was so good for us.
Yeah.
I don't want to say bye.
Yo, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. See, y'all don't know the spiritual. So
Yeah.
at the end of this movie, Coming to America, the daddy was really in a situation because Eddie Murphy, his son, didn't want to marry who he wanted him to marry. He wanted to marry somebody else. Well, see, this was something that the king had put in place. And while he was going back and forth about this ain't gonna go down, the wife finally said, ain't you the king? If you're the king, you can change the rule. And make it all right for him to marry the girl. Because what's more important, your law or his love? Well, now. So now you got to see God
Yeah.
as they walking. Now, see, I put a law in place. You eat this, you got to die. And you see after the walk having to say goodbye every day, God being torn back and forth between his own law.
Yeah. I can make it.
He got to die. He's supposed to die. I said when man eats, he got to die. But now, wait a minute. I am God.
Yeah.
I can do
But I want to do it.
when,
I want to do it.
however,
I want to do it.
I can do I want him to come without him having to. It's my heaven.
Yes,
I make the rules. Ain't that nice? God ain't got to consult with nobody but himself. Well, let's take a vote then. Can he bypass death and come to heaven? All in favor say aye. Aye. Y'all realize, because I'm the majority, and God is fair, David. God is fair. God is fair. He got to do it for me. He said aye to himself. He said, any opposers? No. Well, it was only him. So since he didn't oppose, I guess the ayes have it. Come on, good boy. Y'all watch this. Watch this.
Jesus.
If he did it
For him.
for him. You stuck on, can you pay your rent this month? God is saying, can we fly higher than that? Oh, look, can you help me with my electric bill? Can we fly higher than that? You worried about a pain in your body. Can we fly higher than that? You worried about a temporary circumstance. Can we fly higher than that?
Yes.
Can I find somebody who just wants to walk with me?
Yes.
Just to be with me. Father, we thank you and we praise you so much. Thank you for living examples in your word. This was just a regular man that the Bible says at 65, when his son Methuselah was born, in that same year, you helped him to find you. In a time where men wasn't even studying you. And you started a walking trail with this man. And the record says for 300 years, y'all found somewhere to walk. But because of faith, him letting you help him, he walked right off this earth into a place he didn't even know existed.
Right.
Father, I thank you that even today, you still have walking slots available.
Amen. Yeah.
For your glory, your honor, your praise. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.